Hi everyone, my name is Chloe. I am a trans girl from Scotland, and I'm going to be talking about how I knew I was trans from as early as I can remember, really. So, as far back as I could think, I have always just had this deep jealousy of girls. Like, I've always just felt like I should have been a girl, and as far back as I could go was like three, where I could remember these feelings in nursery. Like, I remember being so jealous of the girls around me in nursery. Just how could they get to wear the clothes I wanted to wear and be able to have long hair? I remember like all those small things and paint my nails, like all those small things and like, buddy, not primary, nursery really affected me. Like, and being able to play with toys and uh, yeah, that stuff really got to me. And as I got older, I moved to my mum's, which was really fucked me up. Like, I didn't have a choice. My mum kind of won a custody battle over me, and then yeah, she kind of I lived with her, and I had some toys that you could say were kind of girlish, I guess, or more stereotypically for girls. Like, they were designed more for girls, but yeah, my mum destroyed them in front of me when I was four. She was calling me like slurs to do with homosexual people, and she kept on hitting me and hitting me and hitting me, and uh, I remember just ever since then I've always had this sort of complete sense of being fully ashamed and terrified to express any femininity. But I'm slowly getting better now. But now that I'm back at my dad's house, like I'm at my grand's currently. But yeah, I kind of like I'm in an awkward situation where I stay one day at my grand's and then one day at my dad's. But yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my mum, she would say horrific things to me when I was younger about what things should happen to people that were males that were feminine, or homosexual people, or transvestites as my mom called them when I was younger, from like the age of four. And she practically programmed this fear of just men in my head, which she would constantly say things like I was gonna get molested and stuff like that by a man if I was feminine, and she would tell me that I was going to burn in hell if I was feminine, and she was saying that she didn't want anyone to think of me as gay. She would get so angry with that. But I remember just I can't this because of all this stress on me. I was miserable, and I was so sad as a kid, and I wasn't even allowed to be friends with girls, which I always wanted to be friends with girls if I could, because I found it much more relatable. I kind of enjoy being around girls. I find it more. I don't really like being around men, like being friends with men. It's kind of, I don't know. I just don't really relate to them in any sense. But yeah, my mum, she really fucked me up, and I'm still really struggling from this day to try get rid of the trauma I guess she put on me. Uh, but yeah, I remember at 7 years old, I found Jazz Jennings because I looked up on YouTube on my laptop, why do I want to be a girl? And I remember just finding Jazz Jennings like interview, and I remember just sobbing my eyes out. I was so jealous, but I was also so thankful there was a way I could possibly become a girl. Obviously, I can't become a girl, but there was a way that I could try at least present. I'd be able to find some sort of way of happiness. Like, as far back as I can remember as well, like when I always imagined myself as an adult, I never imagined myself as a man. I always imagined myself as a woman. When I was really young, I couldn't even imagine being uh, a male. Like, puberty fucking scared me so much. This thought of that as a kid, like I was anxious for so many years. Like after I started turning like 10, I was terrified of puberty. I was so scared of developing facial hair and getting like an Adam's apple and being tall. Like, I remember that stuff like haunting me. It really, really fucked me up. Uh, Constantly felt like I was on edge. I was constantly scanning my body to try to see if I had any sort of hair that was slightly masculine or signs of puberty. I remember it was so scary. Uh, I always just felt yeah jealousy towards girls, and when I was really young, when I was like four, that jealousy when my once my mom destroyed my stuff, I remember Well, actually, I don't remember, but I've been told by this by my dad and gran that I became so hateful towards girls. I remember, well, I don't remember, but my gran and dad told me that I'd actually just beat up girls for no reason, just because I was angry at them for being a girl, which it makes a lot more sense now. Uh, my dad thought it was because of me not being able to play with toys that I wanted to play with, but it's because I've always had, I guess, this sense of hate for myself for being a girl, and especially, yeah, my mum kind of made me feel so hateful towards women and girls, like, how dare you be that, and I can't. Uh, this is something I just had forever. I'm truly positive I'm trans. Uh, I don't, I can't imagine myself not being trans. Like, I physically cannot imagine myself having a life not being trans. I I do hate this shit. I wish I wasn't trans. I would do not want to be a male. I would fucking, I'm so thankful I'm trans in this sense, but I wish I was, I guess what, I wish I was just a real woman. I wish I was a biological female. I hate this. Wish I was not trans. If I could change it, I would, but I change it so fast and be a biological woman. There's not a chance I would want to stay this. I see a lot of people saying that they would not want to be a biological woman and they want to be a trans woman. That just, I can't wrap my mind around that at all. Also, yeah, like, as far back as I can remember as well, I always imagined myself being, when I really hit puberty, I always imagined myself being a woman dating a boy. Like, I could not imagine myself being a male dating a boy. That just, I don't know, that just is not right for me at all. Like, not, no. And I refuse to try go on any sort of dating scene or speak to anyone like this. I need to at least have HRT, and I need bottom surgery before I do anything. That is no. And I'm so scared of bottom surgery as well. I'm so scared that it's not going to look like real, I guess, when I get it. I do want bottom surgery. I need that. But the most place I feel dysphoria about is my chest. I despise not having, like, I guess, boobs. It makes me feel so disgusting and wrong. And I really hate when people like over like sexualize it. Like, I was speaking to some other trans person not long ago, and they were saying how much they love boobs. It's just so creepy to me. I'm sorry, that's just weird. Like, I don't want to have it because it's some sort of sexual thing. This is not a fetish. I just feel so wrong without them. I feel disgusted. My subconscious believes it, that I have these parts that I don't have. Which, for some reason, after like I started hitting puberty, I felt like I should have fucking had parts that I don't have. My subconscious started believing that I do and expecting that I have parts that women have, which I don't. And it's like I forget. It's like I forget that I don't have these parts. It's like, oh, and it's just so heartbreaking, disgusting, and wrong. I truly know I'm trans. There's not a doubt in my mind. I do not think I'm gonna regret this. I cannot imagine myself, like I said, as a man as I'm older. Like, I can't imagine myself living as a man. Uh, I'm just, I don't know. I'm hoping I get an HRT soon. I do think I'm going to feel a lot better and more comfortable and stable just being on HRT. Uh, yeah, I'm still in a really tricky situation where I'm still living like one day as my sex and then one day as it was a girl. Uh, but yeah, I'm just hoping after the new year I could finally start committing full time. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I did get a nose pierced. I got my nose pierced. I'm gonna have a little stud just for about like I think 2 months before I'm able to get like a nose ring. I do want a small nose ring. I know this is gonna stupid, but I was gonna get my septum pierced, but then I started getting fear of that bloody nose ring theory. I was like, oh no, I don't want to. Sorry, I think it's a septum theory. Like, I don't want to be associated with that stuff. I find that kind of, even though I really do like them, I don't want people thinking that of me. I don't really care about what people think of me, but I don't want people thinking that I'm like majority of, well, I guess, a stereotype for trans people. Um, I have nothing against these people, but I guess I'm so ashamed. I don't know why I'm so ashamed, but I need to really fix these problems I have. Also, yeah, thank you, by the way, for almost 400 subs. I really do appreciate every single one of you for subscribing. Like, literally, this channel has been going on for 2 months, and I've gotten so much subs and so much. I've being able to speak to so many different trans people, it really is helping me. I do think that I will be able to get rid of a lot of my problems through this channel, which that is my goal for this channel. I really just want to document how things are going and speak to other trans people. It really does help. So I'd like to hear how yous all found out you were trans. If everyone is watching this, if yous are trans, that is. I'm assuming most of yous will be trans watching this. But yeah, I'd love to hear how yous experience gender dysphoria and how you've known that you were trans. Have you always known? Have you felt this way recently? Just so many different ways to be trans. I find it so interesting. Also, yeah, I'm sorry if I offended anyone in this video. I'm just going to be more raw and open with my content. I don't want to be like scared to say things that I truly think. I have no problems with no one, but this is my, I guess, a sort of diary of a sense where I want to just document my transition as raw and honest as possible. And I want to grow for this. I want to be able to look back in this in fucking like, what, 10 years and be like, wow, I've changed so much. But yeah, thank you for watching.